My husband and I were on vacation in California. We were returning home, and right after the plane took off, he started to have symptoms. He thought that it was something he had eaten that just did not agree with him. 10 to 15 minutes before landing, my husband seized up, just his whole body clenched, and then relaxed. He was unconscious, totally unresponsive. At that point, I realized, he's had a heart attack. The flight attendant made an announcement for any medical professionals to assist. 2 people responded. One was a male hospice nurse. The other was a female physical therapist. We managed to get him lifted up and in the aisle. The hospice nurse was putting oxygen on him. I could tell that my husband was not breathing regularly, and he would gasp for air. Right as the wheels hit the tarmac, there was a female that came running up the aisle from the back of the plane. She said, "How come y'all have not hooked him up to the AED?" It kind of snapped me out of my shock for an instant. I glanced over across the aisle, and sitting there on the seat was the AED device, the defibrillator. The female flight attendant who had been helping us out responded because his chest is too hairy. The woman from the back of the plane, she says, "That's why there's a shaver in the kit." Now, at this point, we're at the gate, the door's open, the paramedics are on the plane, picking him up and carrying him off. So the paramedics worked on him for approximately 20 to 30 minutes on the jetway, but were unable to resuscitate him. We needed to be able to make it for 10 to 15 minutes. And I believe that my husband's only chance of survival at that point, and given the circumstances, was that AED device. It's been a little over 4 months since my husband passed away. Trying to get this message out has given me something to do on behalf of my husband.
In a Doctor's Daytime exclusive, we'd like to welcome Caroline to the show. And we just want to send our deepest sympathy to you for the loss of your husband.
Thank you.
And I know that this is a very small thing that you may feel like you're doing, but it's actually very educational, because we do know that when people go into cardiac arrest, the best hope for survival in most cases is using an AED. And so your goal here isn't to sue anyone or do anything along those lines, just to raise awareness.
No, it's to educate the public, for one, as well as to put pressure on Southwest Airlines. Given my experience, I don't believe them to be as well prepared as society as we think that they are.
If you've never witnessed a cardiac arrest, it is a high-intensity environment. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of fear. And what you do in those moments may not be what you would do in a CPR class. But as a reminder to anyone out there, a really hairy chest can prevent the AED pads from having good contact with the skin. If there's not good contact with the skin, then the AED cannot provide the appropriate shock. So with these first responder kits, there's almost always a razor in them of some type. And if you can just get enough hair away from the area where you're going to put that AED pad, it will then have surface contact, and you can provide a shock, which is the best hope of survival in most cases of cardiac arrest. Hey, I'm Dr. Travis Stork. Press here to subscribe to the doctor's YouTube channel, and press here to help reduce tension.